Hello, everybody. Uh, I talk about the new economic reality demographic winter, one of the most sinister events in modern history of all the science. Scientifics and socioeconomic agree we are heading toward demographic winter that threatens to have catastrophic socio-economic consequences. Part 1 explore how what we within produces action that that planted the seeds of decline resulting in unexpected consequences. The human population had always grown, but in the last 215, they had grown much faster. During the baby boom, the rate of growth increased, and consequently, in the late 1960s, many also began to believe in the population boom. The human population would and always growth at the exponential rate, and that this growth was necessary, but we are concerned about who we are going to feed everyone, and we are concerned about the impact on the environment. However, even as the world seemed more and more crowded, something always happening beneath the surface. In part 1, demographers reveal how in the world over the past 15 years, fertility has been falling rapidly and how fertility replacement has become the new norm. Many parts of the world, these experts explain, all already since population decline and by the middle of the century. The first time in the history, the total world population will begin to decline. With decline, economics said, comes a decline in the human capital. The human resource needed to fuel economic growth. Less producer and fewer consumer-led economic contraction. Bad words, less innovative to create productive again. The engine. As economist Gary Becker tells us, for growth in any economy. Along with Dr. Becker, other economics explain how the supply of worker will peak and then decline as far as the eyes of the demographer can see. This means an inverted population structure that is also an again population structure that is in has proportionally fewer young than old. Some countries are concerned about having enough young people to produce the goods and the service that they again population really need to thrive on even serve it. The provision on retirement benefit, including medical care for the elderly, is rapidly becoming unsustainable even in the rich nation in the world. Countries that seek to replace labor that is not worked in a native population encourage immigration, attract people of the different culture and different race, and change the composition and their society, creating an present cultural and political tension. But these countries are finding that even this immigration is not enough, as even their rate in developing this economic also deal as the huge baby boom generation is again, and now they are is shrinking. trying to sell their big house to the younger ones, creating about a 60% the sellers in relation to the number of buyers in the coming years. Decades they are flooding the market for homes for sales. A massive impact in real estate has already begun. Countries are falling more and more rapidly. These economics all tell us that the huge baby boom generation is again, and now they are shrinking, try to sell their big house to the younger one, creating about 60% of the seller in relation to the number of the buyers in the coming years. Decade, they are flooding the market for homes for sale, a massive impact of real estate that has already begun. And the second part, the new economic reality, is based on expert front around the world. Demographers, economics, socialists, psychologists, civic and religion leaders. Together, they reveal the danger facing socialism and the world's economic. Danger for more imminent than global warnings and the less observers. And in the part 2, rise the question, why did fertility decline? The film expert explores sociological catalysts for decline, including the paradox, the prosperity usually accompanying decline fertility. The women's revolution, which had a positive result of the greater education for women and more women in the workplace, also naturally resulted in decline in the fertility as women declining in childbirth or choose cared over children. The sociologist and psychologist explore the decline of the family when the sexual revolution separates sex from responsibility for motherhood or a commitment to family, and divorce. Revolution broke intact the family, directly affects the well-being and development of children, and create a deeper gap in fertility. Individualism discussed as an issue that impulses of these results begin family and fertility decline. As the film explored an economical solution, economists and socialists discussed the tremendous impact this trend had and are having on the development of the human capital. Since and hither percentiles of the children at an disadvantage at an age early. Seniors to get the education and skill they need to contribute to the economy. The consequent decline in social capital and moral capital erodes the general environment of truth so necessary for economy and society to function effectively. Through sociological data, these experts demonstrate that human capital, development moral capital, and social capital are central to growing economies and the development of a strong society, and that should the strengthening family may be our best hope for the future. There is a hope. The film finally raises this question, exploring how some countries, having recognized their precarious future, had begun to institute rewards to babies through high prices and tax incentives, encouraging couples to have children and beginning to institute family-friendly politics and family-strengthening control. The film also recognizes the reality that the popular culture, although it can contribute to the problem, we have to command ourselves to contribute to the solution. This will mean educating for popular assumption with the reality that we had been wrong in many of our ideas and giving way the new models of the population projection a new way they live in the real world ahead. And innovative films, the new economic reality really reveals in sovereignty how societies around the world now views themselves severely is begin as being in social and economic danger. Together, the scholar and his film establish a frank province of discussion about what to expect from demographic winters. Thanks.